You've probably heard the standard financial advice. Save in your 20s, buy a house in your 30s, max out retirement in your 40s, and then coast into retirement. Sounds simple, right? But real life doesn't follow a neat little timeline. Life events, not birthdays, are what actually drive financial decisions. Hi, I'm Demetriades, and today we're cutting through the outdated idea that financial planning should follow a set timeline. Life doesn't hand you a financial checklist based on your age. Decisions come when life happens. The question isn't whether you're hitting milestones at the right time. It's whether you're financially ready when it counts. Think about the biggest financial decisions you've made so far. Did you make them because you hit a certain age, or because something in life changed? One issue with traditional financial advice is that it often lumps people into categories by age instead of by actual life circumstances. And that's why so many people feel like financial advice doesn't apply to them. If financial advice doesn't feel relevant, it's easy to put off planning, but that disconnect has consequences. Life doesn't wait, and the longer you delay, the fewer options you'll have when big financial decisions do come your way. So if a fixed financial timeline isn't the answer, what is? Decision points, not decades. Decision points are key financial moments, and they're not dictated by your age or a calendar date. Let's talk about some of the biggest financial decisions you'll make. First, career changes. People don't get promotions or switch jobs just because they turn 40 or 50. Something in their life changes. A better offer, a new direction, or an unexpected challenge. If you're earning more, are you putting that extra income to work? A lot of people upgrade their lifestyle with every pay bump. Bigger house, nicer car, more vacations, without even thinking about how that extra money could be building wealth instead. A raise is a decision point, and if you don't plan for it, you might find that more money just means more expenses. But what if your income drops? Maybe you're switching careers, starting a business, or taking a role with better flexibility but lower pay. When that happens, financial adjustments aren't optional, they're necessary. Either way, you need to prepare, because these shifts can happen at any time. Here are some things to consider before your work status changes. Are you financially flexible? If your income changed tomorrow, up or down, do you have a plan that allows you to adjust smoothly without adding stress? Does earning more money actually improve your lifestyle? Building wealth should enhance your life, not just inflate your expenses. Are you planning for the next step or long-term stability? If a career change shifts your income or benefits, will your financial plan keep you on track, or do you need to reassess? Society can put a lot of pressure on us to hit career milestones at certain times in our lives. But remember, those timelines are arbitrary. Life doesn't follow a set schedule. That's also true when it comes to buying a home. A lot of people believe it's a natural step in your 30s, but that's the wrong way to think about it. It's really about whether the numbers and situation make sense for you. A mortgage isn't just a payment. It comes with taxes, maintenance, insurance, and long-term costs. Don't jump into purchasing a home because of some perceived timeline. Make sure it fits your financial situation. If you're considering buying a home, ask yourself, can you afford not just the mortgage, but the full cost, the maintenance, the taxes, the insurance? Is this decision based on financial readiness or just the idea that it's time to buy? If you're waiting, is that a strategic choice? There's nothing wrong with buying or waiting to buy, but you should be fully in charge of that decision. The right time to buy isn't when someone says you should. It's when the numbers and situation make sense for you. Decision points, not decades. Next up, starting a family. This one's a doozy. It might be the biggest decision you ever make, and it flips your priorities overnight. One minute you're debating where to go on vacation, and the next you're wondering how on earth diapers cost this much. This life decision is so big. Most people spend very little time thinking about what it means for their finances. Look, I know that you're not making this decision based on how much money you've got in the bank, but you should at least consider how it's going to impact your finances, even if mom and dad are begging you for a grandbaby. Remember, it's your timeline. Don't let your choices be determined by someone else's expectations. If you don't plan ahead, the cost can hit like a freight train. Hospital bills, childcare, medical insurance, extra groceries, the bigger car, it all adds up really fast. And if one parent steps back from work, that's a whole new adjustment. Plus, you have to think about the bigger long-term picture, which might mean upgrading your home, planning for college, and more. If kids or more kids are in your future, ask yourself these questions. Do you have a larger emergency fund? Kids come with surprises, financial and otherwise. Have you looked at childcare costs? Because in some places, it can cost more than a mortgage. Do you have life insurance and a will? Financial protection matters when you have little ones depending on you. If one parent plans to stay home, have you tested that budget? Living on one income is very different in practice than on paper. Family life changes everything, but it's not the only big shift in life. Eventually, the focus moves from providing for others to securing our own future. So let's talk about your future. Another decision point, retirement. A lot of people think of it as the finish line, but it's not. It's a shift into a new phase. And if you're not ready for it, it can feel like falling off a cliff. So it's essential to plan for your vision of retirement, not some calendar date. Some people retire at 55, others retire at 75. What do you want to do? If retirement is on your mind, ask yourself, do you know where your income will come from each month? Savings, Social Security, pensions? Have you run the numbers? Are you protected from taxes eating into your retirement income? Because the IRS doesn't retire when you do. Have you thought about health care? It's one of the biggest costs in retirement, and Medicare doesn't cover everything. Do you actually know how you want to spend your time? The financial part matters, but so does the life part. Retirement isn't just about stopping work. It's also about starting something new. Do you see why financial planning shouldn't be about hitting milestones at a certain age? Decision points, not decades. Financial planning should be about structuring your finances around the life you want to live. Your money's a tool to improve your life, the lives of others, and the world around you. And that's exactly how I approach it with my 4D process. Let me explain how it works. Design. A financial plan should start with the end in mind. What do you actually want your future to look like? If you don't take the time to define that, you'll end up making choices by default. Funding a lifestyle that doesn't support your long-term goals. Buying a home because it feels like the next step. Or saving for retirement without considering what you want that phase of life to actually look like. Instead of following some generic timeline, we design a plan around your actual desires. So when big financial decisions come up, you're making them intentionally, not reactively. Determine. Next, we take a look at where you're at today. Once we've designed a financial plan to fit your life, the next step is determining where you stand now. Your net worth, yes, but also whether you're prepared for key financial moments before they happen. Your financial plan should be ready before life happens, not after. Deploy. Then we bridge the gap between where you are today and where you want to be in the future. We take calculated action to make your designed life a reality. And every move is intentional. Not just because most people do it at this age, it has to make sense for your numbers, your situation. Develop. Remember, a solid financial plan isn't built around arbitrary deadlines. The right financial moves aren't tied to turning 35, 50, or 65. They happen when real life circumstances signal it's time. If an opportunity comes up, we take it. If a challenge arises, we adjust. That's the advantage of life-centered planning. Decision points, not decades. So if you're tired of financial advice that doesn't fit your life, let's change the approach. Effective financial planning isn't just about checking off the boxes. It's about making the right moves at the right time. If that's the kind of strategy you want, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next video. And if this information was helpful, hit that like button and share it with somebody who needs to hear it. I'm Keith Demetriades. Thanks for joining me today. Be a savvy steward. Make your life count.